America's turning 250, and it's time to rock out with our forefathers. American-made, battle-ready style for true patriots. Whether you're marching in the parade, grilling in the backyard, or raising a toast to liberty, do it in the gear that screams freedom. Celebrate 250 years of USA in style. Wear your American pride loud. Trendjackers.etsy.com. Grab yours before the fireworks. America's turning 250, and it's time to rock out with our forefathers.
Checkity self, self-rec. Welcome to another episode of the Psychology of Fuckery, where we talk about all things fuckered.
Fuckered and puckered and tuckered.
And tuckered. Yes, it's, when I was listening to episode 1, this is episode 5, I was listening to episode 1 the other day, and also noticing my mumbling is like so bad. I got to work on that. Slow down, Christopher, and enunciate. Oh, that looks great up there, Tony. Very nice, sir. Very nice. Wow.
Go, Tony.
Do you see that picture in the bottom right corner of me with the microphone and the 3 different stills? That was me at my absolute fattest. It was during COVID. It was during COVID, and they were doing outside shows. So Vinny Brand from the Stress Factory, one of my dudes, had me come and do one of his outdoor shows, and I was horrified when I saw that video. That was the last time I saw my neck. No, actually, like a month before that. But I think what was happening there in my life was, listen, we were all trapped in the house, depression was kicking in, and I was eating so poorly. I'm not even kidding. One of my favorite pizzas was from Pizza Stop in Ronkonkoma. They have a sausage pie where they take the sausage and they crumble it, and they put it on the pie. Ooh. I was eating my second slice of sausage pie when as God is my witness, my cardiologist called me and said, "Chris, we think we see something."
Oh, shit.
Not even, I swear to God. He calls me up, Dr. Sedlovsky, good dude.
It's the sausage crumble.
He said, "We think we see something." This is when I got the first test where they put you in a tube and they pump dye into you.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot what the test is called, but they also let you know, they say, listen, when we pump this dye into you, it's going to feel like you wet your pants.
Oh, the contrast.
The contrast, because your body, it does something to all of a sudden your crotch feels so warm. And I kind of liked it.
Your whole body gets warm, right?
Your whole body gets warm. I'm like, oh my God, even your nipples? Anyway, so it's like a coffee enema. It's like a coffee enema, like Christine was talking. We're going to dive into this stuff. Today we're talking about fast food, health. We're going to be talking about serial killers, road rage. This is going to be a good one, folks.
Question, though. Did you finish the pizza? Or did you hang your head in shame?
I finished the pizza. You know why? It's so damn good. You know what Diane does? She takes the pizza when we get it, and she puts it in the frying pan. Just put it in the frying pan for like 2 minutes, and it makes the crust and the bottom of the pizza extra crispy.
It's well done.
Yeah, you love it crispy.
It is unbelievable.
Well done. You got to get it well done.
We always order it well done.
I never asked that well done. That's a new thing.
Because if you get a doughy pie,
I've never.
Christine, that was my dad. He hated doughy pies.
You can't have a doughy pie.
You can't have a doughy pie. So we asked for it well done, and Diane on top of that would take each individual slice and put it in the pan. All these little, what I call fat fuck techniques.
I love that.
My wife, I love her, but she knows all the fat fuck techniques. If she's listening, she's laughing at home right now. She knows how to make everything. Like, she'll take, she gets mad when I eat a bagel and I don't toast it. She's like, "What do you mean you're not toasting it?" I'm like, "No, I just want it like this." She goes, "That's disgusting. You got to toast it and put cream cheese on it." I'm like, "I just want a plain bagel. And I want to dip it into my coffee. That's it." She can't let me be happy with that.
You don't smear anything on it.
Real men smear. Real men smear. Sometimes I'll put butter on it. And my dogs, when I ever have a bagel, they love, because we always have to make sure we give them a little piece at the end. They love a tiny piece of a bagel. So. I guess we're going to dive right in. Go ahead, Joe.
No, go ahead. No.
We're talking about...
Think about the sausage crumble pizza. It sounds really good.
It was so good. Pizza Stop in Ronkonkoma is... And I know this is about pizza. Everybody's like, oh, so-and-so is the best pizza. If you grew up on a certain type of pizza... Listen, not every pizza is the same. It may look the same, but there are certain pizzeria... Like I grew up on Pizza Stop, so I would judge everything against Pizza Stop. And people like, "Hey, you got to go try so-and-so in Howard Beach." And I go try it. I'm like, it's good, but it's not like Pizza Stop good. And then somebody like Diane would try. I moved her from, she would make fun of me for this. She goes, you moved me from Centerport, which is a nice, beautiful area. She goes, "You moved me from Centerport to Ronkonkoma." You know, it's a big change, Centerport to Ronkonkoma. But when she tried Pizza Stop pizza, she didn't like it because she was comparing it to the pizza that was on, when I was on Kevin Can Wait. Kevin never wanted anything to look sitcom-y, so the pizza was hot pizza, and it was from that pizzeria in Comac, over by the Bonwood Inn. I'm trying to think of the name of it, but it's a really popular pizza, and it's really good pizza. So Diane was comparing Pizza Stop to that pizza, and that was I gotta admit, that pizza's really good.
Have you tried Saviano's?
Saviano's, very good pizza.
That's amazing. I actually will drive because I'm in Babylon. We're in Babylon, so I would literally only drive down there for a full pie.
Yes.
Saviano's. It's that
Saviano's.
Yeah.
We actually have a pizza run song.
You
I
do?
can't eat pizza anymore because I was diagnosed with freaking celiac.
Oh my God.
In February, but we would have a song. We would put REO Speedwagon on, and we'd press play on the way home. I'd have the hot pie on my lap, keeping it protected from the cheese slipping off.
That's right.
Take it on the run.
Baby.
Yeah.
Keep going. I want to hear more.
Wait, I just lost the freaking song.
I think I'm
Take it on the run, baby.
where you want
There
it,
you go.
baby.
Yeah. And we sing that, and we drive our freaking pizza home
Okay.
with the windows.
You got to have a pizza song when you're driving home with your pizza.
Christine, you really met the person to understand and tolerate you. You know?
It's true.
I've
true.
gotten to know you guys very well, and he is so
I
media. And he goes, in order for a relationship to survive, a marriage to survive, you need two kinds of people. One person who's boring, and the other person's crazy. He goes, boring and crazy is the only combination that works. You have Joe, I have Diane. They're, I want to say, okay, maybe boring's a little mean, but they're like
chill.
And then
They're
you and
chill.
I, on the other hand, we are so similar. We are so freaking similar.
You guys, but what you don't know about me is that as I got older, I toned it down as life just kind of
All right.
kicked in a
He's
little
like,
bit.
when
But I
life-
used to be very loud and doing cartoon impressions and all this other shit, and I was very animated
This
at
is
one point.
This is before you went on
Now
Valium?
I never taken Valium,
Okay.
but
You have a very calming
I don't
voice.
He's
Yeah.
like, before life took a massive dump on my chest, I was a fun
what
and happy
basically-
person.
We were, you know when I first saw it was we were filming something at my house. We were filming something, and you were like you're like, hey Christine, she was all neurotic about something, and you're like, Christine, why don't you try doing it this way? And she goes, hello, I'm Christine. How nice to meet you. I'm Christine. Who are you? And I was. You're like, hi, I'm Christine. Who are you? And I'm like, oh my God, that is me right there. Like, it's her way of saying, have we met? You know.
Oh my god,
Joe?
that is so funny. I don't remember
Well, go ahead,
that.
Joe. Here it comes.
oh, Joe, did I do it right? Does Chris think it's funny?
Oh my God. Oh my God, it's so me. That's why I'm medicated. That's why I'm on medic. Oh God. Have we met? My name's Christine. Who are you? Nice to meet you.
And I saw a meme that said, it was like, I impersonated my husband and we laughed for so many hours about it. And then he impersonated me and he's now sleeping on the couch.
That's great. That's great. We were talking about a few episodes about if I asked Christine if she ever thought about her acceptance speech that she would do, if she ever won an Academy Award. Like, I have one where I would thank in my speech, I will thank the spouses and significant others of every actor out there for dealing with our emotional instability. Like, did I get the part? Did I do the part? Why did they get the part? Why didn't they call me? I know SNL had a beautiful sketch on this, and it was about a medication for people living with actors.
With Kate McKinnon, right? And
Was that it?
Kate McKinnon was one, played
Yes.
the actor, and then the husband.
In
was,
one scene, the woman walks in, she goes, I didn't get the part. And then the other scene, the same woman, I got the part! I got the part! I got the part! It was like such a high and low. And that is me with the highs and lows. Oh my God, the highs and lows. And then I remember Robert De Niro in some panel, he's like, when things are going good, just, stay calm. When things are going bad, just stay calm. Like, it's good for you, Robert. You don't have to worry about where your next paycheck's coming from. Bobby.
I actually, have you heard of the book A Respect for Acting by Uta Hagen?
I know who Uta Hagen is. She's a legend.
Yeah, so I saw a clip the other day of she was coaching and doing a discussion, and it was, I think, from the 70s.
Right.
I don't remember the year, but this actress was talking about how she's like, every time I get a part, I explode with everything inside me just in that one moment, and I push it away with this extreme emotion because I can't contain myself. Why
Right.
can't I just be grounded in my performance and just let it flow? And Uta said, because when you get that opportunity, it's fleeting.
Yes.
So you have to hold on to it, and sometimes you want to hold on to it and it's so hard to just be calm.
Yeah.
Because you have to just, all the emotions come out at once. And I said, Joe, this is how I feel.
Yes.
You bottle everything up, and then once you get that chance to open your mouth, it's just
it's like
you lose it.
You want to be an actor, you have to. It's like this is what's being an actor. This is what it's like being an actor. No. Can I have the part? No. It's like we hear so much no on a weekly basis that when we get something, it's yes. Oh my god, you like me. You really like me.
Don't you dare let go.
Oh yeah.
But the method is to snap yourselves out of that is just think of characters and write scenes for yourselves so you can continuously let it out and release it. Even if you're not acting it out,
man.
Write it down and you'll at least release it on paper, and then you'll be chill and calm and ready to go when you get your next audition. That's the method.
Shut up, Joe.
Uta Hagen said.
Yeah, that's what she said.
She said,
and I've been saying that for years.
She said, in order to combat this, because the reason you're doing this is because you're meant to be acting every single day. You're meant to be on the stage. You're meant to be doing theater every day of your life. And since you're not, this is why that occurs. So in order to prevent that, open up your own theaters, create your own work, make your own work, perform.
Yeah.
But it's
Like
easier
Tony.
said than done. Yeah. It's easier said than done, especially when it comes to film, because there's always budget. And
Go lie to a bunch of people in real life. That's acting, right?
That's not a bad idea.
Up,
That's not a bad idea. But acting is a muscle, and I always say I'm not using it enough. I'm not using the acting muscle. I am noticing on stage though. It's there is like a change happening where I am more, maybe a little more animated, and I try to visualize what I'm saying, especially when it's something I've done for years. I'm like, I got to visualize it. Like sometimes I'm on autopilot, and sometimes I'm in the moment. I did a show last Saturday for seniors, and I got to admit, when I walked in there, I'm like, oh God, it's all white hair, and I gotta watch what I say. I gotta be careful. I gotta do this and that. And so I went up there, and as I'm doing my thing, and I'm watching these old people. That's a bad way to say it. That's mean. These seniors, which I'm 15 years away. These seniors, who am I kidding? 8. These seniors I'm watching them like wipe away tears, laughing, and some of them came up to me after the show and they said, "I haven't laughed like that in so long." I was like, oh my God. And then I felt good about myself for 3 hours. And then I go right back to like, why isn't anybody called? Am I not important enough? Why I was on a sitcom? Why am I getting these auditions with 2 lines? Do you know who I am? You start spiraling. My God, when I got on Kevin's show, when I got that call, I called up Diane hyperventilating.
Yeah, how did that happen for you? Like, how did you have a call back and then another call back and then you got the call, or how did that?
They called me. That's a good question, Christine. Thank you. They called me. My manager called me and said, "This is how it happened. I saw that." Like I was keeping an eye on Actors Access, and all of a sudden I saw the breakdown for his show, and I said to one of them was like perfect for me, and I said to my manager, submit me for that, but also get me the sides for this guy too. So when I went in, they were like, all right, they had me read for Mott, and they go, do me a favor, also read for this character, and it was the sides that I had asked for, so I had prepared for both of those parts. But
did they know that?
They didn't know that, no. But my manager
pulling out all the stops.
Yeah, because I knew like something. I had a feeling about this show. I'm like, I don't know. I had this really good feeling, and then my manager called me up. She's like, we were getting our carpets cleaned at the time. You ever see those big machines they pull into your driveway, and this big hose and this big guy? He's the width of my door. I think.
It's almost like the van is the vacuum itself. You
Yes.
see this giant tube coming out of it.
Yes.
And
And the large man, I think he was Guatemalan. I'm just going to say, I think he was. That's what it's Guatemalan. And I'm downstairs, and I get a call from my manager. He goes, "You're about to get a call in the next half hour from Kevin James and Rock Rubin." And I was like, Rock Rubin being the producer of everything he does. And so I hang up, and I'm like, Diane goes, all right, calm down. Take my keys. Go drive to Burger King. She knows what a fat bastard I am. And we're going to get into that later. Go to Burger King, get yourself a Coke, which is like, tell me the crackhead, go to Gordon Heights and get yourself some crack cocaine.
I know. This is what it sounds
Right?
like.
She goes, take my keys. I take her keys and I'm walking upstairs to we had a split level house. I'm walking upstairs and the guy who owns the company goes, I want to show you something. And he starts sprinkling powder on the carpet. Watch this. And I'm like, no, sir, I got to go. And I'm like, he's like, no, watch. And I was going to jump over this guy's back, and then I'm like, Diane, Diane. She comes running up. She goes, no, sir, show me. He has to go. And then he moves over and I run out. And I'm driving towards Burger King in Ronkonkoma.
Trying to ShamWow you.
Yeah. He's trying to do a pitch on me, and my
ShamWow, right?
Like the biggest thing in my life is on the other side of this guy's sweaty back. Let's cut that out. That sounded racist. And so
It wasn't meant that way.
It wasn't meant that way.
It was just a description of a working.
He was a
person
large
who was
working
sweating.
man.
Play on words. It's okay.
Listen, I used to landscape. I know. I've done physical labor before when I could do it. This guy was a working man. There we go. Did I backpedal enough? And
That's good.
I'm driving on Portion Road, and I see a call from a California area code. So I pulled over, and it was like, you know, when like things happen, you really can't remember because I was just numb. I remember Kevin saying, yeah, we got this project, and we think you'd be a good part to play. And I was like, oh, okay, yes, thank you. Yes. And I hung up, and I called Diane, and I thought I was going to like just say, you're not going to believe what just happened. Instead, she's like, hello. I was like, she's like, all right, breathe. I'm like, is it good? Yeah, it's good.
Oh
Because I calm down and come back home. And, you know, so she was my Joe.
Was the carpet man still there when you got there?
Yeah, and I punched him right in the mouth.
Get the fuck out of my house.
Punched him right in the mouth. No, I think I hugged him and kissed him. No, I don't know. I don't remember he was there. I don't remember much after that. But
Fever dream.
an incredible 2 years, but an emotional roller coaster because Chris, you know how it is. They would call me on a Wednesday to tell me to come in on a Monday for a table read, and then they would send me the script the Thursday before, and I would, you know, read it and memorize. But all of a sudden, when I didn't get a call on Thursday, I'd be to call my manager. Anything? No. Anything? Thursday? Anything? No. Anything? Oh God. And then like 2 weeks would go by, I wasn't on an episode, and I'd be like, oh God, they're gonna write me off. You know, that's the way it is. It was just like there's such the uncertainty.
Torture.
I would love to have, you know, I was what they call a strong recurring character, and I would love to have been a series regular to have that peace of mind that they have to use me on X amount of episodes, but I didn't have that. So it was torturous and a blessing.
And yeah, I mean that's the big time right there.
Yeah. So,
you know,
a big thank you in my acceptance speech would go to all the significant others, to every actor out there that has to deal with our mood swings and idiosyncrasies.
sometimes I think about like when I was on Law and Order.
See, right away it's about you again.
Joel's reoccurring.
But my part in Law and Order is not, you know, as significant. It was, you know, it's one line, 2 lines, but I mean, yeah, it's an amazing feeling just that alone, because I did one episode and then they called me back to play the same role in the second, because
Right.
they bring me in as the ESU leader or officer, ESU 1. So whenever there's an ESU line, they call me in, and they've called me 3 times already, but it's quiet this season.
And Christine and I wanted to be happy for you.
And you guys,
But-
yes.
I was
we were.
so happy.
No,
for
We
him.
were happy for you. We loved it. That was great. It was great seeing you on TV.
But yeah, no, it's that feeling where it's like
Sorry,
you just
on my
want
couch.
anticipating.
It was great watching you on sitting on my
I
couch.
just want that paycheck. That's all I care.
Watching you on
Joe
TV.
says to me,
Right.
he calls me up and he's like, or he texts me a picture of his trailer, and I'm just like, I never got that. He's got like state of the art
And
everything.
I didn't even know I could
and-
open the couch into a bed.
They gave you a trailer?
They
Yeah.
gave him like a hooked up.
What show was this again?
too.
There was
Law and Order.
I thought it was Equalizer.
I was on Equalizer too, but yeah, no, that was the holding in a building. But
It's amazing. Like from one project to the next, you could feel like royalty, and then you're like, where do I go? Like I don't know. You can put your stuff right here.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay.
it's a strange feeling when you're being catered to for those moments for
Yeah.
a day, you know. But at the same time, it's like I just love being on set, regardless.
It
of
is
what
so
I'm doing.
great. It is when you're on set. I'm like, I don't care. And it's funny when they come up to me and go, "We're sorry to keep you waiting." I'm like, "Don't apologize. I'm on set. I'll sit in my dressing room all day happily, and when you're ready, I'll come down." I did this one thing. What was a show I was on? Instinct. And so I take medication for anxiety, but I know if I miss a day, I feel emotional.
The crying scene?
Emotional, yeah. So it was, and so I go in, and in the scene, my character takes cyanide, and I go, and I fall off the chair. They had me fall off the chair about 20 times to the point where I started getting vertigo. There was no stunt person.
I thought that was Law and Order.
No, that was the Instinct.
Oh,
With,
seeing
I
that
remember
scene.
when this happened too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
to the point where I felt so bad that I'm like, they had to stop the scene. I was so embarrassed. They stopped the scene and went on to another scene. And I went in my room. I told them I took my pill, and in an hour I was fine. And we did the scene. But talk about editing, right? I remember I mentioned that Kevin James said his biggest fear is when an editor can ruin you. A bad editor can ruin all your work. And the scene that they chose for me, when the cyanide kicked in, I'm like, I know I gave them better than that.
They chose the one take you didn't want.
They chose one where my eyes rolled back. I'm like, that is, are you kidding me? You chose that one?
I liked it still, but
Thanks, Christine.
Here's some. All right, I'm gonna give you guys some truth serum.
Oh, shit.
Have I ever ruined you guys when I edited?
you're the best.
No,
editor.
you're a very good editor.
Somebody could take a shit, throw up on it, and Joe would turn it into a mosaic of
Yes,
glory.
you have that editing. Yes, some people are good at it, and it just
I always say
wish I
Joe's
could
editing. I think
for reals.
your strongest talent is editing.
I don't know how people get jobs and how they get agents for these things. I really don't. Like with the editing, you know what it is? You got to go
Right.
to like fucking NYU or some shit.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
You come up with some money, and then you get some, teacher, professor that's got the network. But I didn't have the grades for that shit. That's probably why.
you're a mighty fine editor.
No,
sir.
I'm kidding.
Do you ever hear the thing?
have
Do you
the
think
ego.
that? Do you think that the writer, and you've done them all, especially when you're trying to do your own projects, but when it comes to like a big budget project, do you think that the writer, the director, and editor should be three different people? You ever hear about that? You ever hear that term where the writer shouldn't be the director? Did you ever hear that before?
I've heard. Yeah. Well.
Then how come you do it? No, just kidding. Hold on a second.
Zing.
You cracked yourself
I
up.
cracked myself up. No,
It's
okay, Joe.
good. It's a good one.
I think honestly, I would love to have somebody write something for me to direct, because I think I work better feeding off of somebody else's
Right.
stuff.
Right,
You
but-
know, because what are you gonna say?
No, a lot of things you do, you don't have a choice. The budget, you,
Right,
you have to
right.
do all three. Is what I'm
Absolutely. Like
Backing you up
like
there.
David Fincher, he doesn't write any of his scripts. Somebody else does, but he knows where he wants the story to go. David Fincher,
From where?
the director of Seven,
Really?
The Game.
See, you know these things as an actor. I should. Shame on me.
You know, I mean, writer directors, you really got like Quentin Tarantino, Christopher Nolan.
They do both.
Yeah,
I see that. I stand corrected.
Oh, yeah.
So maybe it's like a certain breed that can do both.
I always feel like the best movies are written and directed and mostly edited by
One person.
that I find. I mean, because I feel like with Quentin, even though he's not actually editing, he is
Right.
choosing. The person's editing, but he's sitting and helping.
Yes.
Yeah.
What
Yes.
gets picked. So
yes.
when someone's that good and that much of a visionary,
That's the thing. Not everybody can do that. Not everybody do that. And when I bring up the short film we did together, I was like, I'm glad that I didn't have anything to do with the editing because I had a vision and I told you guys what I saw, and then I let you do your thing. I was like, that's a lot better than I thought. That's a lot better than I came up with.
Oh, good.
So add your input as the writer. But for me, this works. For me, this is what I think, and I'm going to back over here and you do your. Yeah.
When in the indie route though, when you see like people that are just in that one job, like a director, a writer, it's like there's some people. I mean, at least from experience with the people we've seen, but we know of. But it's hard. Usually, they don't have a full vision. Some of them,
Right.
Where if you're writing it, directing it, editing it, let's say, typically you already have the full vision, and that director knows exactly what they want.
Right.
They know like where they want to frame the shot. They know everything. I've seen a lot of indie projects where they're all, it's kind of there's too much. Congregating, like where it's like they're not sure. It's like, oh, what do you think of this? Oh, and then all of a sudden there's like 50 people like talking to each other trying to figure out a shot. Like you got to have a plan going.
Yeah, that's kind of
the
crazy.
only thing. I think that's what drives a lot of crew crazy is if the people on the top head of departments don't have a plan going forward instead of just figuring it out.
Yeah.
Anyway.
How many people does it take to figure out something very simple?
Right. How many chiefs?
Anywho,
so I'm fat, and Christine, I had no idea you were so versed in nutrition.
Yeah, I had to because
You've been through a lot, and I don't know if you can see on the video. I thought I saw you drifting. I know you're going through a lot right now, and I saw you drifting,
no.
and I was like, "Get out of that ugly place, Christine. Where are you?"
No, I just was like thinking about how what you were saying is true. I've
Okay.
witnessed it. Like on a commercial when there's 900 people trying to decide if they should put the bottle of water here or here.
Right. It's too many.
Is it that hard to figure out? That's what I was thinking about.
Yeah. No. I remember an acting teacher told me, "Don't ever touch a prop." Because they will freak out because they are prop people that get paid.
Yeah.
If it's non-union, sure, you could touch the prop. But if it's a union gig, don't touch the props,
Because the continuity has to be placed.
I remember on Kevin Can Wait, there were different sets. And when you walked by a set, there was a big sign, big cardboard sign, and it read, "Hot Set."
Yeah.
And I'm like, hot set? Is it the temperature? What are they
I know.
But that meant don't touch a effing thing. That means
It's alive.
yes, it's alive.
It's
No,
alive and working.
people like this is
Leave it the hell alone.
like these keys are over here. They're there for a reason, for continuity.
So are you addicted to fast food? Is that what's going on?
My problem is that I decide to eat, especially when on the road. I'm hungry. Let's get something to eat. Where that old adage, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Is that what it is?
Yeah. You have to prep.
Prep. I don't prep at all.
That's the problem. You
Yeah?
have to cook at home and prep and bring your stuff in containers.
I have an idea.
What?
Yeah.
Here, let's like start a new like the Atkins and all this new diets.
Yeah.
How about the tailgating diet, where you actually keep a little fridge in your trunk, have a little grill, and everywhere you are, if you're hungry, just go to a parking lot and start making your food.
That's a good idea.
So it's home cooked food, but on the road.
Who was doing
A
that?
tailgating diet.
Anthony DiDomenico. Do you know Anthony?
I do.
Anthony was doing that. He was on the road, and he would take a air fryer with him, and he would cook all his own food. I need to do that because it's so bad. It's so bad that one of my jokes is, I know it was time to lose weight when I went to McDonald's, and the kid in the drive-thru looked familiar because I used to coach youth hockey, and I'm like, "Where do I know you from? Did I ever coach you?" He goes, "No, I used to work over at Taco Bell." I'm like, "That's it. That's where I know you from." He used to work.
Is
at
that a
Taco.
true story?
It's a true story.
Really?
On North Ocean Avenue. Where do I know you from? Because I used to work at Taco Bell. I'm like, okay, God, I hear you.
Well, the tailgate diet that you just came up with reminds me of that guy who did the juicing.
Right.
Yeah.
Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead.
Yeah.
The documentary.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. He used to, like, take a juicer with him, like, in the back of his truck.
Yeah. Juicing is the thing that saved me from a lot of
Really?
chronic illness. Yeah.
Jesus.
Christine, is a certified holistic nutritionist, and she used to work in the field a lot, and, she used to have some elderly clients, and she's managed to get some of you folks off of that pill.
The blue
for
pill.
ED, that blue pill.
Oh, yeah,
All
you
from
told me
diet,
about that.
nutrition.
Well, I'm past the pill. I do a shot now. A
Yeah.
needle right in the schmeckle.
Really?
It's called Trimix.
That sounds so painful. Why don't you could just drink green juices?
Really?
Yeah. I had a large amount of sanitation workers that would come to my juice bar in Queens, and I was wondering what's going on here. And finally, one of them was like, my girlfriend wants to thank you. And I was just like, for what? And he was just like, I can finally get an erection again. And I was like, really? And I started noticing a lot of my clients were, they were getting off of their medication, high blood pressure, high cholesterol. They were able to get, the ED under control, all because of crowding out through nutrition and
Just get a
juicing.
lighter plug and bring a juicer
Juicing.
everywhere you go.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
You go to like farmers markets and stuff?
Yeah, you have to get certain things. There's like the Dirty Dozen, which is like things that are non-negotiable, have to be organic because they're coated in pesticides.
Yes.
And then there's other things you can like not worry about so much. So like, I don't know. I know a lot of people say not to do this, but like for lemons, ginger, things like
Yeah.
that, if you're going to peel it, you don't have to spend the extra money. But for your greens, you have to make sure they're organic.
Organic greens.
Yes, and organic celery, organic cucumbers, because now cucumbers are all GMOs.
God.
And I'm telling you, I had an elderly client. He was like on death's door. He got off all of his medications from juicing.
I love it. Sometimes I'll put in my phone like healthy food near me, and I'll find like these. There are some like I'm trying to think of one in like, is it Hicksville? There's like a restaurant you go to. It's all like, it's kind of like they try to be healthy and organic, but it's pricey. But I don't care.
Yeah, it's
But
really
it's
expensive.
the oil they put in, though. The oil's not healthy.
Oh,
that
you
they're
got to be
using.
careful. Seed oils are not good, right?
Horrible.
See, Diane's pretty good like that. She eats good, and I eat like crap.
But that's why even if you eat healthy when you eat at restaurants, you don't really know what else is in there.
Right.
Even if you order grilled chicken from a restaurant, it's not organic, like 98% of the time.
Right.
So it's filled with antibiotics and hormones
Right.
and
So I was at Chick-fil-A and I ordered these grilled chicken nuggets because I think I'm being healthier. But that's really like chicken mush that they melded into nuggets, and
slime.
It's yeah. It's not chicken off a bone.
No.
You think like I'm eating grilled chicken. I'm not eating grilled chicken. I'm
Back
eating,
in the day you were. Back
Right.
in the day when you would go to like a hamburger stand,
right.
but after like all this industrialization and all this like hydrogenated oils and stuff, now they're just using crap ingredients. You used to just be like, oh, junk food was just like a beef patty on bread. But now there's all these fillers and it's not real meat anymore.
God, I just want to be able to put my socks on without feeling dizzy. When you're trying to, when you're trying to wipe and you can't even reach back there anymore.
Handheld bidets are good for that.
Oh, I have that. The bidet is great.
Handheld bidets.
Handheld bidet. I have the one attached to the toilet.
That's good.
The ones you take out when you leave.
There's
It's
so
like a
many
squirt bottle. You squirt your ass.
Oh, really?
portables.
Yeah, you just squirt it and splash it around. And
Oh,
then,
I like a nice preparation H wipe, a portable preparation H wipe. Diane and I had an argument one time because she's like, I'm like, when we have a bidet, I have a procedure. I have a whole pooing procedure. Once the poo leaves your butt, immediately flush. It's the 3 flush procedure. Get that down the toilet immediately.
Courtesy flush.
Courtesy flush. Then you wipe. You get that first wipe away. Gone. And then you finish wiping. Get that away. And then I'll do the bidet. Okay, maybe it's a 4 flusher. Maybe I flushed too much. But she was like, no, I go to the bathroom and then I use the bidet. I'm like, you're squirting the bidet on your unwiped butt? Or isn't that like spreading fecal matter around the bowl? We should change subjects. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. It's disgusting. Jesus Christ.
Bidets are good though.
I have to stop. Bidets are lovely. You could eat off my bunghole. Listen, we have to. I always say that when I'm strict, no food through a window, and soda is still my nut. You saw me the last 2 weeks here drinking soda. I've been off soda 3 days. I will suck you. No, anyway.
You're chemically addicted.
Oh.
Once you get past the chemical addiction,
Sugar's bad. It's the sugar. Yeah, the chemical. You think this chemical? Well, I know they're supposed to be taking out certain chemicals in the Coca-Cola in the United States that aren't in the Coca-Cola in Europe. You heard about that?
yeah. But I still think that all this food makes you addicted.
Yeah. Why do you think like Red Bull and all these energy drinks are banned in other countries?
Oh, they are, huh?
Yeah.
Joe was addicted to Red Bull. Tell Chris what happened.
Yeah, tell me, Joe.
I
Tell me.
almost died. I almost had to go to the hospital because I had too much of it, and I felt like I was like crashing down.
Yep. You
Like
yep.
I was like I don't know what I can't even describe it.
When you came down from it, you were feeling it, or when you were going
No,
up?
all of a sudden I felt like I was just about to black out, like it was like some caffeine rush thing that was going on, and I thought I was like, up, this is it, I'm gonna fucking die here. Like that's what it felt like, and then I quit after that, and it took me about 2 years of not drinking energy drinks to start actually feeling normal.
Oh my God.
And then eventually, but also too, soda. I never drank water for half my life. I drank, soda all the time, and that was probably contributing to you probably were dehydrated when you're feeling dizzy and stuff.
Yes.
Because when you're drinking soda, have you noticed that you don't piss as much when you drink soda? Mm-hmm. When you don't drink water, it's because all that syrup. It's like, where the fuck is it going? It's going to the goddamn liver. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like it's going to other organs and just sitting there and just. I think of like I think of like build up like those fucking like animated boogers from the Mucinex commercials, like just building up in my body of soda syrup.
No, you're right. Soda's the devil.
Yeah,
I said that. It's liquid Satan.
It is liquid Satan, and whenever
It's hard to say with my flipper tooth. Liquid
Flipper-
Satan. It got caught on the flipper. Speaking of flipper,
why did they
dolphins.
call it?
Wait, hold on. I didn't do a good dolphin sound. Hold on.
Thank you. That's a really good dolphin.
Why do you think they call it the flipper? Does it really?
'Cause you flip it on
Do
and you flip
does
it off.
Is it really a
Oh.
flip on or more of like a push on?
I thought it was something you made up.
Oh no, it's a real thing.
How about the pusher tooth
A pusher tooth.
instead
I guess
of the
it's just-
flip?
that
Because you're
sounds
not
a
really
little-
flipping.
Disgusting.
I guess you flip it this way. Anyway.
Okay. Flipper tooth. Let's so enough about the
Have you seen the show Baskets?
no. Wait, I watched a horror movie last night that someone recommended called Baskin. Baskin, and it was a mind screw up. It was like I went
Was it in a Baskin
I
Robbins?
was just gonna ask.
no, it was Joe. It was like something up your alley. It was a foreign film horror with a little
Really?
bit of gore. Yeah,
Baskin, huh?
yeah. Oh, wait a second. Oh my God, we didn't talk about it. I finally watched the
Cannibal Holocaust.
Cannibal Holocaust.
Where did you find it? Do you remember?
I found it on we have the Fire Stick, one of those movie
Okay,
channels.
yeah.
And after watching it, I'm like, how is this movie legal?
I never saw it. I'm
Well,
not doing that.
that one scene they cut the guy's penis off.
It was banned.
It was banned
For a long
now,
time.
I heard. Well, did you want to tell me? There's one scene where the filmographers they find a village girl and they rape her, and then you find her impaled because I guess they violated her, and in her tribe that's considered like a bad thing. When you looked at this girl impaled on this spike, and this is 1980s, I'm like, that person looks like they're really impaled.
You know, the director got arrested because they thought it was real.
It was
They
so real.
actually arrested the director because they
Right.
thought he was making a snuff film.
Right, and they make the real girl show up
Yeah,
just to prove. Oh my
they had
God!
to prove it with. Yeah,
But
I can't watch this.
But they really did kill. When I saw them kill the turtle, that was real. They killed the turtle, and when they killed the muskrat, like the one guy held it with his hand and dug the knife into it.
That's all
I'm like,
real.
He's really killed that thing.
Jesus.
And also they had like a baby pig, and it was supposed to be like the village's food, and they shot it with a gun. That guy really killed that pig.
yeah, they did kill the animal. That's part of another reason why it got banned.
I guess that's
But it's like one of those things you gotta have to. It's like those movies where it's like this got made, and it's more
Right.
of like shock that this actually exists.
That was First of all, it wasn't made in this country, and it now you could just see it. It's like they killed that turtle. I'm like, oh my God, they're really killing this turtle. And you see like they cut his head off, and it's still moving. I'm like,
Oh no.
yeah, let's not get into it. Anyway, it's a horrible, horrible movie.
Yeah.
But they got theirs in the end.
They did?
the videographers or the documentary people. They were trying to make a documentary, but it turns out they were evil, and they would do whatever it took to make the documentary sell. Like they would torment these people to make them, I don't know, to make them act the way they wanted to act. You ever see that Disney movie? It was really popular. Who's those creatures that all jumped off? They said they were suicidal, but
Lemmings.
Lemmings. But lemmings, turns out, are not suicidal. They said it was the camera people scaring them off. They were chasing them to the point where they all ran away from the people, and they all jumped off this ledge of this cliff to their death, like 1,000 of them. So for the longest time, people were making analogies like about lemmings, about don't jump off a bridge like a lemming or something like that. But they were actually frightened by the camera people, by the people on set, and they, like 1,000 of them, just flew off the cliff.
Oh my gosh! All this time, I thought that's what they did.
No, that was Disney. That's a dark side of Disney, I guess. I think was it Disney? It was like a Disney documentary.
Like National Geographic.
Maybe it's National. Yeah, excuse me.
Well, that's on Disney. I think Disney owns National Geographic.
Yeah, so shame on you. I think I don't know.
I have to say though, being a part of a horror film like that would be so low vibration. I don't think I could do that because it would just be.
Wait. Yes. Here's a good question for you. Go ahead. Finish.
I would feel like crap. Like my soul would just feel, even though it's pretend and everything else. I guess the energy of the movie isn't.
And it was actually
peaceful.
One of the first found footage type movies.
Found footage.
Yeah, it
yes,
was like
found
the first
footage
of its kind of found footage. If you like found footage movies,
like the Blair Witch Project, is Blair Witch Project found footage? Is that considered that?
Yep.
Now, Christine and Joe, did you guys ever get an audition or sent to you that you just said no?
Yep.
Do you remember?
Like 80% of them.
Really?
I've turned down.
Because that you find them offensive, or
it's just low vibration, rape,
right?
Crazy I guess I don't know what the word is, what kind of nudity it is, but no purpose.
Right.
If there's a purpose for nudity, fine. But these were just, let's just sell. People like a good rape scene. Yeah, stuff like that.
Horrible.
Yeah.
Awful.
What about you, Joe?
You, Joe?
I don't think have I ever turned anything down?
No, you like rape scenes.
He got a part for something that he was not right for.
Right.
It was like
what
Archie
was that?
Bunker was the.
Oh, I auditioned for this new movie I think they just filmed with Scarlett Johansson, Adam Driver, and Miles Teller. But yeah, they wanted an Archie
Paper
Bunker
Tiger?
type. Paper Tiger, yes. I auditioned, but they wanted an Archie Bunker type, yet they called me in. I did it.
I see it.
I didn't...
He did a great audition, but I was like, this is not the right type.
You got to take
I don't even think I was the right age.
You got to get a cleansing after that.
Also, I'm scared of mayonnaise, and I got a call to do a mayonnaise commercial where I had to touch the jar, and I was like over my dead body, like this is not
You're the second,
happening. That is so nasty.
My friend Michelle Hervey hates, if you said mayonnaise, if you said the word mayonnaise, she goes, I'll punch you in your mouth right now.
I want to hang out with her.
Yes. Okay. I asked the question, so
What about
naturally,
you?
yes, naturally, I do have one audition. There's two. I remember one I turned down after 9/11. There was a building. It was owned by a bank. I can't remember. It was owned by a bank, and they were still doing the cleanups down there. And something happened where the firemen went up onto the floor, and it wasn't up to code, or the sprinklers weren't working. So actually, a couple of firemen died.
Oh my God.
After on the by ground zero at a building. I can't remember the name of the bank, but like that week I got an audition for that bank, and I said no. I turned that one down. And another one I turned down was the Boston bombing, the marathon bombing. They were filming a movie about that like the next year or two. I'm like, this is way too soon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And it was I think Mark Wahlberg was the lead, and I'm sure it was a really, really good movie, but I'm like, this is way too soon.
Yeah.
I remember Oliver Stone did a 9/11 movie. I'm like, really?
with Nicolas Cage.
Yeah. I'm like,
Yeah.
I thought that was too soon, but when is it not too soon?
So it was a vibrational thing for you. The energy was
I never
not-
thought about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a vibrational thing.
When the studios are so quick to capitalize off of tragedies, like
Yeah,
they just want to be the
that's
first to get it out before everyone else does.
Right. And
It's disturbing.
that was just evil. I'm like, why is can we heal as a country from this before we make a movie about it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
We've been watching a lot of what you do in the shadows. What we do in the shadows.
Oh, it's great.
Love
We've
that
watched
show.
it like 5 times.
It
like
is
the
so
whole
great.
series.
Did you see that, Tony? I want you in here. Get in. Sorry.
No.
Thank you. Go back to that. Go back to what you're doing, Tony.
Yeah, and Baskets. We watch a lot of that over and over.
Isn't Baskets like the Portlandia people?
It's Zach Galifianakis, Louis Anderson.
Oh my God.
Who, by the way, I didn't know who Louis Anderson was.
Yeah.
Like ever.
Really?
Yeah. Because there was a lot of time in my life where I never watched TV, like
Okay.
at all. Didn't even have a TV. Like, didn't watch it, wasn't plugged in, tuned in. And when I met Joe, he's like telling me this, because I was like, I love Zach Galifianakis. And Louis C.K. was a producer on the show.
Okay.
Before all of the Me Too stuff came out, we were watching it. And then eventually I think he got let go from the show. But Louis Anderson plays a character, Christine Baskets. And that is
The
Zach.
mother.
Yeah, the mother of
Yes, I know the
Chip
show now.
and Dale Baskets.
Okay.
Are her sons.
Is Louis C.K. a basket? One of the
No,
sons?
he's just a writer I think he's a writer and a producer. He's
Yeah,
not
okay.
in it.
They kicked him off the last season.
They did?
Yeah. But Louis Anderson's performance in this show, I think, is like one of the most brilliant and amazing performances ever
Really?
in the history of performances.
God rest his soul.
Yeah.
Now we're recording here at the Governor's Comedy Club podcast studio, and 10 feet from here is the green room, and I got to open for Louis Anderson here.
Are you
Oh, that's
serious?
amazing.
Great.
How was it?
Okay.
Yeah.
So after the first night, the owner calls me up and goes, Louis fired you off the show. Well, I was supposed to work Friday and Saturday with him. One show Friday, 2 Saturday. He called me up Saturday morning. He goes, yeah, don't worry about tonight. Louis fired you off the show. I'm like, why? He goes, yeah. He goes, did you come down and hang out? I'm like, no, it'll be awkward if he fired me off the show for whatever reason. I think because he thought, I'll tell you this, what he said to me. So the owner's like, just come down, just be the bigger person, and not really bigger person. Just come down and show him it was all right. Just you say hello to him. I'm like, oh, all right. So I come down, and this is, I was heavier back then. I was doing heavy jokes. And he's a big guy, so he does heavy jokes. And I walk into the green room, he looks at me and goes, you're not mad at me, are you? Like he had that slow, you're not mad at me, are you? I just feel like some of your premises were hurting my premises. I said, Louis, it was such a treat just to be able to work with you. He goes, oh, thank you so much. And, he was a really good guy.
I can't believe
Yeah.
you got fired from that, though.
Because
That's not fair.
Listen, I get it. If sometimes I'll work with there's one friend of mine that I work with, and he does a lot of the same topics I do, and I'm like, when we get booked together, I'm like, does anybody listen to our acts? We're talking about like 5 of the same topics, and I worked with John Panette here, legend John Panette. All his bits were about weight, and he wasn't afraid of anybody. I did my heavy stuff and he didn't care. He still went out and mauled and got a standing ovation. But Louis was really a nice guy. Even though I understand, I wasn't mad because I get it. I'm doing fat stuff. I don't do fat stuff anymore because I'm not as fat as I was. But I used to be like, you're fat when you're driving in a car, you hit a pothole and your tits bounce. As a man.
They do that vetting too with the roasts.
What's that?
Like vet comics roast when they do the Friars roast and
They make sure no one
Comedy
does
Central.
the same.
Yeah, Jeff Ross, I believe nobody reads his thing. Like he gets to do whatever he wants. 'Cause he is the
He's
roast master general,
yeah.
right? But I heard that's what I heard. I don't know if you can confirm this, but some of the comics they have to give their set and make sure that nobody's kind of saying the same stuff.
Yeah. When I first started working with Kevin, we don't take calls, God damn it.
Uh-oh.
Is it that person again? Tell me, say thank you for calling. Thank you. Okay, well, are we muted? I just went mute.
Joe, you should
Oh,
tell
it's
the
okay.
story about Louis Anderson.
No, I'm sorry. We're not taking
with the
calls. I'm
show.
so sorry, whoever called. We love you. But at this time, we're not taking calls because we're still figuring ourselves out here. What was I just saying?
What?
Sorry. See why we don't take calls? I get screwed up from that one call. I forgot what I was talking about.
Vetting,
talking about
vetting
the roast.
comics and the jokes.
Oh, when I first started opening for Kevin James, his manager said, "Do me a favor, send me over your set list."
Yeah.
Because he wanted to, and I sent him over like the topics, like the 20 topics I was talking about, and they actually wrote me back, "Just don't do that one and don't do that one." I said, "Fine."
Yeah.
So,
Because you don't, and plus it's not even that it's just for the two of you. It's better for the audience where they don't have a
Right.
repeat of something.
I hate that when I go, "Well, Mike was talking about getting a massage. The other day I got a massage." It's just so cheesy. It's so cheesy going into it that way. Wow. So we got like another 10 minutes, and there was a couple of topics. And you know what? Did you have some road rage on the way here, Joe? Was like, because we got in the car, and I said, "Let's talk about road rage today."
Well, my thing, not much of road rage because I can't scream at teenagers, but these kids on these electric bikes have been like chaos driving. Like I've almost hit so many of these kids.
The electric
Because-
bikes, they look like regular bicycles, but they...
Right, but like the parents like buying these electric bikes. I mean, yeah, they're legal and stuff, but it's basically a dirt bike, except it just doesn't make a
You know
loud
what?
sound. And
You're
they're
right.
running through stop signs. Like, you know how many
Yes.
times I almost got into accidents because of these kids?
It happened on the way here. I'm thinking about it. I was waiting to turn out of my block, and thank God I looked before going, and these two kids... They looked like they were going fast. It almost looked like they were pedaling fast and then stopped and were coasting, but they weren't coasting. They were doing the electric bike.
Yeah.
God, I wish I had that when I was a kid.
I know.
All I had was a Huffy.
I had a Huffy too.
Or a mongoose.
My brother had a mongoose. I had a green Huffy. He had a red mongoose. And he had even driving here, like when somebody cuts off in front of me, I don't get mad. I'm like, I get it. They're going somewhere, and I try not to get mad. I noticed, like, in the city, I used to say driving from Long Island to the city is like an evolution chart, where the closer you get to the city, the more aggressive you have to be, and the more you have to be like, go ahead, hit me. And now it's starting to get like that out here, people cutting each other off. Even like the merging. You go anywhere else in this country and people merge the way you're supposed to merge. They take turns. You're like in Queens or the city, you go to merge somewhere, it's like, you try to get in, the guy's like, no, you're not getting in. I'm like, but it's my turn. No, I don't care. They don't. It's like, Jesus Christ.
You know, the first time we were in the car together.
I had road rage.
Yes, you remember that?
I do. I'm sorry. and it was.
That's the only time I've seen you like
Get mad.
I
I
And
know.
you get mad.
I got mad. I'll tell you what happened.
You could tell. You could say it.
We were driving somewhere.
Yeah.
We were driving. I remember where we were. We were driving, and I was trying to merge.
Yeah.
And this guy, it was my turn, and the guy wouldn't let me in. And I'm like, really? And then the traffic moved, and he was like driving me onto the curb. Mm-hmm. And I looked at him like, guy, and he's like, so what? And I hocked the biggest loogie on his windshield.
You did?
His window was just like covered.
I'm like, you effing blah, 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 blah. And then I looked at Joe. He's so mellow. I'm like, I'm really sorry. He's like, man, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You know, it's all right.
I can't picture you like that.
We were in the
No.
Lincoln. The Lincoln.
I was in the Lincoln. It's bad enough you can't feel bad for me. I'm in a Lincoln. Let me in. An old Lincoln. But a couple times
those
I
cars
felt
are
it.
dope, by the way.
They are.
Yeah, Lincolns are dope cars.
Lincolns
the
were
old
great
ones.
until I had the airbags for shocks. Oh my! It was like riding a boat. And then I had a problem with one of the airbags, so I replaced them with springs, and it was never the same. But it's a great car. You don't want to drive by playgrounds because you can alarm people. But it's a really great drive. Road rage. This is what I noticed.
What about your? Okay, go ahead.
Oh, we're gonna get to you.
Yeah.
No, I don't have anything.
Yes, you do. What happened, Joe?
What happened with
No,
the guy, though? Like, how did he react after the loogie?
I can't remember after that. And then when I get mad,
He didn't even look.
no.
It's like it went.
You know?
And then he was just like.
You know what follows is shame. Shame. I feel bad. I'm like, God just tested me, and I failed the test. I got mad. I lost my temper. Oh wait, about 6 months ago, I got caught in the middle of road rage. I'm driving, and some guy cuts in front of me. We connect. Like, I hit his back tire with my boom. I hit him, and he keeps chasing somebody. When I called the cops, they're like, yes. We had a few calls on this guy. They were chasing each other, cursing each other out, and I got caught in the middle of it.
Wow.
And it turns out the guy was like a correction officer. I'm like, I said, I don't want to get anybody in trouble. The damage isn't that bad, whatever. But I noticed, this is one thing I've noticed, is that when somebody's tailgating me, if you're in the middle lane, it's 3 lanes, you're in the middle lane, somebody's tailgating you, go around. And I noticed that men will go around and women will stay right on your ass.
It's always the woman in a white SUV.
What is with that?
What is with the white SUV? And I feel bad saying this because I'm supposed to be all, and I am all for women and everything. But what's with it's Long Island.
It is Long Island.
No, it's the Long Island
No.
women in white SUVs.
I've never seen it, and I travel the country.
It's
I've
like
never seen it anywhere.
Thank you. It's a sense of entitlement or something. It's like, and you know what else I noticed in Long Island? Women with strollers. They just fucking ram into you in the store.
Wow.
Oh yeah. Like they think that because they have a stroller that they have right of way and they can just plow over people. It's like, dude, what's your deal?
Yes.
Like, what about your kid?
They don't care. They don't care. You're in their way.
Your kid is launching into strangers' legs.
It's like,
like,
and Diane said that, she goes, it's like when people, you're in front of somebody, it's like they're losing their mind that you're in front of them.
Yeah.
They're losing their mind. I don't get when people tailgate me and they're doing that thing where they pull up alongside of you so you can see them in your side of your mirror.
Yeah.
Like, if I drive any faster, they're mad because I'm not tailgating the person in front of me. Like,
right.
I always try to keep, what was it? What the rule of thumb is you're supposed to be like 10 miles for every 10 miles an hour you're driving, there should be one car length, which, I get it. Like when I'm doing like 70, I'm doing 70 on the Long Island Expressway. The speed limit's 50. I'm in the middle lane and you're tailgating me.
But you got to leave space because if there's a pile up,
you have to.
You're dead.
I brake check them.
It's
the pickup trucks for me that like always are.
Yes.
You like you said, going 75 on a 50 mile per hour. You know what I mean? And they're fucking riding up your ass. They're fucking flashing the goddamn lights.
Yes.
And I'm just hit
brake check them.
Brake, and then they go around and they have their little hissy fit.
Yeah. One time I rented a.
I got a little intense right there.
That's all right, Joe. You're right. You do.
Sorry.
You do get angry.
We're channeling the anger.
Jesus.
I'm reliving
Christ,
it.
Man, but
I'm reliving.
I have PTSD from road rage because my dad had real bad road rage, and we're talking about the
And he's a
80s.
Pennsylvanian.
Yeah, but we're talking about the side of the road beat the living shit out of somebody.
Really? In Pennsylvania?
Oh yeah.
I've experienced lovely driving in Pennsylvania.
And it's just like, oh no, here we go. So sometimes when it starts to get intense, I get really, nervous.
You get triggered.
And I've been in a lot of car accidents that weren't my fault. So like we hit a deer the other day, a couple weeks ago, and that revived it.
Oh.
And the deer was looking at Joe. He was looking in Joe's eyes.
He made eye contact with you. Please no,
It
Joe.
was just
Really?
Oh, it was awful.
Is it? Wait, is the deer dead?
Yeah.
it definitely just got whipped around.
How long ago was this?
Just a couple weeks ago.
I think
That is the worst feeling, hitting an animal.
So
2 months
bad.
I ran over a possum. It was disgusting when you feel like a boom, boom under your feet. Like,
It was really bad, and I couldn't stop. I was driving. Thank God I was driving though, because if I was in the passenger seat, it would have been worse.
right, because he would have made eye contact with you. Like, can you tell?
I made eye contact with it for a second, and then it looked at Joe.
Then I looked at Joe like, can you tell this woman to slow down?
I was going like 65.
In a what?
I don't know how we're alive. It
60
like,
on a 60 in a 65.
and you want to know?
Oh, in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, and
You know, it was on the
Jersey,
Garden State
Oh,
Parkway.
okay.
And you want to know something crazy? There's always cars on both sides, in front and in back. And for this moment, there was no one.
Oh my God.
And if there would have been people, we would have definitely been dead.
Jeez,
I don't understand. They'll run to the simplest sound or a person or anything else coming at them, but when a vehicle is coming towards them, they
run in front of it.
They're just still.
Why?
They run in front. No, there's
Why?
when I pull into my apartment complex, there are deer, and as I'm pulling in, I'm doing like I go very slow because they just like, oh, here comes a car, let me run in front of it.
I know.
And it's like, doesn't life like adapt like?
I know. You would think by now they would have figured out
Right.
that that's not a good idea.
And I understand we're in their world.
Yeah.
We made roads over where they, I understand it. A lot of times you're seeing deer because they have nowhere else to go
I
now.
know.
They're being squeezed out.
And I feel bad, but
We have deer in our freezer.
You do? Mm-hmm. When I was in Pennsylvania, I did a show. I had venison jerky. I think I had with venison sauce. I can't remember. It was really good.
Yeah.
But getting back to the road rage.
Yeah.
When I rented a Dodge Challenger, oh my God, the 0 to 50 was insane. And next thing I know, I'm the asshole tailgating people. So what I'm trying to say is, how fast do cars have to go? You know, the speed limit's 55, 70 most, but you see the speedometers, they go up to 250 or whatever. Why? Who's driving 250? But you know what? You ever drive at night on the Bell Parkway and these young guys, it's like they're cutting in and out.
Death sentence.
There's like 3 or 4 of them vroom, 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 chasing each other. And it's like, wow.
People are dying on the Belt Parkway like every day.
Every day.
Of this.
And I bought a motorcycle and I was learning how to ride it. And I think I'm going to sell it because you can't ride motorcycles anymore. Listen, I ride it after midnight because no one's on the road and it's easier. But I would never, in rush hour, drive. I see these people, like, when I see a motorcycle on the highway, I feel like it's my job to protect them. Like, you're going to get killed, you crazy. But,
I know.
You know, it used to be like, you look badass on a motorcycle. Now I'm like, are you crazy?
This is the saying. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of
when.
when.
And then,
that's what everybody says, right?
Yeah, and I was talking to somebody that works in prosthetics. They're the daughter of the person who owns sorry, Tony. Sorry, I feel really uncomfortable right now.
Why? I might go there.
Tony has one leg, and we love him. Tony, can you show us your leg, please? For those at home, Tony's got one beautiful leg. Can you see that fucking thing? It's beautiful.
You gotta get it.
No, so wait. Let me get my foot out of my mouth. Finish what I was saying. So, she works in prosthetics, and she said that the amount of people that she services that used to be motorcycle drivers is insane. And they don't call them motorcycles anymore. They call them donor cycles.
Oh God.
Donor cycles. Is that freaky?
Yeah.
Oh, organ donor.
Anyway, Tony has a beautiful prosthetic leg here.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yep.
Damn, that's sexy.
It's a badass leg. And what an awkward way to finish the podcast. Where do I find the podcast? Like, I'm talking about prosthetics.
Please
and
don't ride the bike anymore.
No, I'm going to sell it.
I get scared.
I'm going to sell it because, you know, my brother had one and he got bumped off it and he sold it. And you just can't, it's not like before cell phones where you could enjoy, you know, you just had to worry about like a pothole or a deer running in front of you. Now you have to worry about somebody texting.
Yeah.
When you drove in Pennsylvania, did you ever notice signs that said oil and chips?
No.
It's like oil and chips where they put, I guess, like chips of concrete and oil on the road to, I don't know, what's the purpose of that?
I don't remember oil and chips, but they sound delicious.
It just sounded
It does sound
appetizing.
delicious.
Yeah, you beat me to it.
It's not seed oil, is it?
I don't.
Call back.
Seed oil.
Call back. Thank you. You know, first time I was near Hershey, we're going to wrap this up. I was driving near Hershey, and I noticed the roads in Pennsylvania are like brown. Like we have black roads, and theirs was like a chocolate brown. And I thought that was because I was getting closer to Hershey. I was like, how cool is this that the roads near Hershey are brown?
Follow the Olympic brown.
But now as I drive around Pennsylvania, I'm like, oh, there's brown all over the place in Pennsylvania.
Man.
Do you know what I'm talking about? The
Yeah.
roads over there are brown, and I wonder why their roads are brown and ours are black. Let me write. We're gonna get to this next week.
Is that clay?
And I don't know, but we're also gonna we talked about road rage. We'll talk about serial killers next week. See?
Oh, I'm going to miss the serial killer one. That's when I go to sleep at night.
Yeah. Maybe I'll put it off to when you get back. When I put it serial killers, I'll put it off till you get back.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Also, I feel bad. Mark David Hirschman, who's a good friend of mine, and he has the podcast after us, and I got to get used to saying, listen, if you guys enjoyed listening to us, we have another podcast coming up at 9:00, right? 9:00, Hershey and the Keys. Please stay tuned or tune back in and watch Hershey and the Keys. And yeah, that's it, man. Guys, thanks for listening. Again, we were kind of all over the place. Did you guys want to say anything, Christine?
Oh, well, we're not going to be here next week. Do you want to? That's
Well,
your
we can
business.
talk about it later
That's your business.
when I get back.
We're going to talk a lot about what Christine has going on, and she's going through some stuff. And everybody out there, well wishes for Christine here. She's going to kick some ass, and she's going to recuperate and get back.
Thank you.
And we love you.
I love you guys.
Love you. Next week, I think I have another atheist going to be on here next week, Joe. Not you.
Okay.
Thanks for tuning in to the Psychology of Fuckery. See you next week, guys.